All right, everyone. So we've been talking a lot about patch 1.14 on the channel in the last few videos, and what I wanted to do today is actually talk about something that is coming right after 1.14, and that is going to be the Season 2 of the Battle Pass. Now, there's a lot of stuff to get into about this, some very important information that I want to share with you guys that you're absolutely going to want to know before the Battle Pass comes out. Now, for Season 1, we were in the dark. We really didn't have any idea how the Battle Pass was going to work, so we kind of just had to figure it out for ourselves. But now that we've had the time for Season 1 to get close to ending, I've had the opportunity to kind of learn about the Battle Pass, figure out how it works, the things you're going to want to know, the things that are important, not important, so I could share that information with you guys today so that you can be more prepared for Season 2. Now, there are a couple of disclaimers. The really important one, of course, is there are still possibilities that Plarium is going to make some changes to Season 2. Hopefully good changes and not bad ones, because there's obviously a lot of improvements that do need to be made. But some of these changes might change some of the information that I share with you guys a little bit. So just keep in mind that nothing is final. But I think it's safe to say Battle Pass Season 2 is going to function relatively similar to how Battle Pass Season 1 works, especially things like leveling, how you get experience, how the rewards work, and things of that nature. The actual rewards might be different, but how the Battle Pass is going to work is probably going to be very, very similar. So these are the important things to take note of and what I have learned over the last 7 to 8 weeks or so. Now, the first thing, very importantly, that I want to mention is that this video is also not just for people who plan on purchasing the Battle Pass. There is a free version and there is a paid version, and you progress them both simultaneously. So while you are earning experience for the free version, you're also earning experience for the paid version. Even if you don't have the paid version, you can always get it later and get those rewards later on, which segues into probably one of the most asked questions that I got, which is, if you decide to purchase the Battle Pass at a later date, and that is if, you don't have to, but if you do, you do not permanently lose out on any of the rewards. It's not like if you get to level 8 and then you decide to buy the paid version, you don't miss out on these gems or silver or energy refills. All that it does is, because you are progressing the Battle Pass simultaneously, you can end up and getting these paid rewards after you purchase the Battle Pass, as long as you have gotten to that level. You have all the way until the end of the season. Even now for Season 1, if you guys do decide to, and again, you don't have to, but if you do decide to buy the paid version and you've already gotten to free level 100, you are also paid level 100, and if you buy it, you can end up getting all of these rewards right here. So you don't permanently lose out on anything. Now, the only thing to mention, and the most important note about that, is the actual experience boost that you do see in the paid version. These right here, these blue things, you get one at level 1. I think the next one that you get is level 20. I think there's 2 more of them as well. That's the only exception right here, is you won't have access to these experience boosts. If that is not really that big of a concern to you, I wouldn't really worry about it. This is really more of a whale problem. If you need to have that tiny little bit of extra experience, then obviously you are going to want to have access to the paid version as soon as possible. But, you know, if that's not really that big of a concern to you, you don't really need to worry about it. But as you can see, you do start off getting that first paid Battle Pass experience boost right at level 1 right there. Okay, so the next thing to address is the maximum level not buying the Battle Pass, and is it possible? How much experience do you get? How much wiggle room is there, I guess you could say? The answer to the question, can you get to max level without purchasing the Battle Pass, is yes. By the way, there was major confusion when Season 1 came out, because level 1 required 20 experience. So until people actually got a little bit into the Battle Pass and saw that the further levels didn't take 20 experience, everyone thought that it took 2,000 experience to max out the Battle Pass, rather than the 1,000 or so that it actually takes. Now, the daily quests give you 5 experience each. You have 4 of them each day, so that's 20 points or experience that you can end up getting each day, with about 8 weeks or so in the Battle Pass. That does give you enough room to get the 1,000 or so experience that you are going to need in order to get to the max level. So you don't even need access to the weekly quests to get to the max level. You can get all the way up to free level 100 and get all of these rewards for free without any purchases. And this isn't even getting into buying levels, which I want to talk about in a second here, because that is probably the biggest mistake that I made. was buying levels. So not only do you not have to buy the battle pass to unlock the weekly quests, because these do give you experience, 12 each, you don't even have to do these for the experience. They still give rewards, but you can actually get all the way to the max level just by working on the daily challenges. Now, speaking of buying levels, this is something I really want to address, especially to those of you guys who get offered the option if you do decide to buy the paid battle pass, and that is it worth it? Is it not worth it? Now, from a value standpoint, it is absolutely not worth it. Not only do you not need to buy levels to get to the maximum level, you're going to have access to all the weekly quests now that you've actually purchased the battle pass. So you can get to the max level just from the dailies, but now you have weeklies that are going to make it even easier. So buying levels really is strictly for the whales, just to get the rewards right away. Now, I say in terms of value because you are going to get all the rewards anyway, even if you decide not to buy the levels. So when you are spending money for buying levels, you are spending money strictly to speed up the process of claiming the rewards. You're really not getting any value out of that money that you spend buying levels, except for getting the rewards quicker. So in my opinion, for most people playing, it's probably going to be one of the worst purchases that you can make is buying levels, because that money that you spent, if you're actually looking to get stuff for your money in Raid Shadow Legends, you're really not getting anything. You're just speeding things up. There's better stuff that you could buy. It's just not worth it, except for the whales, people who need to have the stuff right away. If you need to have the experience boost right away, you know what? I'm not going to tell the whales what to do or what not to do. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, let's go over to the daily challenges, because this is probably the most important section for everyone. Whether you decide to buy the battle pass or not, this is going to be your priority, because just like your regular dailies, these are going to disappear at the end of each day during the reset period. So you will lose out on the potential to get those battle pass points and experience. The weeklies, on the other hand, are only for the paid battle pass, and they don't function like that. When week 1 is over, you can still go back to the week 1 objectives, complete them, get the experience, and get the rewards. The dailies aren't like that, so you're going to want to prioritize them. Now, my personal suggestion is I would check your dailies at the same time that you check your regular dailies. So these right here, not only is the reset time the exact same for your regular daily quests as your battle pass quests, which makes it nice, but some of the objectives also overlap as well, so you can be really efficient. Like, I know there's one with artifacts in the battle pass challenges where it has you upgrade, you know, like boots to a certain level, and then there's also a regular daily quest that has you make some artifact upgrade attempts. So some of them you can kind of do both at the same time, which is really nice, but you know, you really want to focus on doing these before the reset period ends. The other note about these is I would not go out of your way in the daily challenges to complete the objective if you know for a fact that you're going to unlock it just by playing the game like you normally would throughout the rest of the day. Like, you know, defeat spirit champions. I wouldn't go right at the start of reset and kill 50 spirit champions in some low-level quest to wasting energy just to complete the battle pass if you know that whatever else you're doing in the game, whether it's dungeons or farming or whatever, you're going to get those 50 champions anyway. So just do the ones that you really know you have to go out of the way for, like maybe summoning champions from shards or upgrading boots or something like that. But a lot of them you just end up completing naturally just by playing the game. But absolutely make sure to do these every day before the reset, and you can get all the way to 100 just by focusing on the daily challenges. Now, the weeklies are different. They are not going to function like dailies, where at a certain period of time you no longer have access to them. The weeklies start off week 1, you will only have access to week 1 weeklies, but then during week 2 you'll have access to not only the week 2 week, but also any weeks previous. So that would be week 1. So even right now, we are in the final week of the battle pass, and you can go back through any of the old weeks worth of quests, work on the objectives, get the rewards. So you don't really need to worry about the weeklies as much. These should definitely be lower in your priority list compared to the daily challenges. And of course, these are only for the paid battle pass, and you do not need the experience in order to get to level 100 for the free one. It'll probably make it a lot easier. You can miss out on some daily challenges. Like if you do have the paid battle pass, it gives you some more wiggle room to be able to miss out on some stuff that is maybe annoying or you don't want to work on, but you absolutely don't need it. The rewards are nice, of course. Some of them are a little bit annoying. Don't go too crazy, just like with the dailies, like focusing in on something just to complete. Like right now, I have not really focused on any of the weeklies too much. This has just been me playing through the game normally, and I would honestly recommend this to a lot of you guys. If you do decide to buy the battle pass, don't go too crazy farming out specific objectives, because there's a good chance that you're going to end up doing them anyway by the time the battle pass ends. That way, you're not wasting energy going out of your way to do something that you would have just done normally. Then when you get closer to the end of the battle pass, you don't have to wait as long as I did, maybe in the last 2 weeks or the last 3 weeks. Then you can start going through and working on some of the stuff that you didn't end up doing just by playing the game normally and collecting those rewards. Now, of course, if you want to get the rewards right away, that's a different story, but if you want to be efficient, this is probably the strategy that I would recommend when it comes to the weekly quests. So now let's talk about the actual rewards, because there is a couple of really important notes and really cool things about the way the rewards actually work. This is a great reward system because you don't have to claim the rewards right away. Like the energy, for example, it's not like right when you get to level 2, it immediately adds the energy to your account. You can go back through the actual Battle Pass rewards window and claim that energy anytime during the actual Battle Pass. I believe they might get sent to your inbox after. I'm not 100% sure on that, so I cannot confirm it. I would still claim your rewards before the season actually ends. But either way, it's great because what you can do is you can wait, like especially for the energy, until we have certain events that show up, like champion training events. Okay, now you can go back through and claim your energy and work on champion training. Or if we have a fusion, if you really stockpiled a lot of energy, you can go back through now, claim a lot of those energy rewards and work on the fusion, and you're not going to get penalized in that sense. When you do claim the energy, though, it does get added right away. The energy does not get sent to your mailbox. The experience boosts do, though, which is great. Now, if you're wondering why I have not claimed a couple of items still, the equipment is simply because I am out of room and I am working my very best to sort through my artifacts. Really wish we had the 1.14 patch already with the artifact sorting system, but my mailbox is pretty much full. My artifact storage is full, so that's why I didn't claim the actual artifacts. There's no reason not to if you guys have the room, but there is a reason why I did not claim the experience boosts, and that is because these are awesome. Unlike the energy boosts and the clan boss keys, the experience boosts don't just get added to your experience counter right away, they actually do get sent to your mailbox. So I'll show you guys here as an example. I'm only going to want to do one because I want to save the rest of them, but when you click on the experience boost, it gets sent to your mailbox and you'll have another 99 days to hold onto it right there. Now this is awesome because you can really have a lot of time to plan out when you want to take these experience boosts, and if you don't find a really good time, you can even wait all the way until the very end of the battle pass, kind of like what I'm doing right here, because I already have a lot of experience boosts active, so I don't really need to add these ones right now, and then claim them at the last day of the battle pass, and then it's going to end up getting sent to your mailbox where you'll have another 99 days in order to actually use them. So I really like the way that they did the rewards and the fact that it gives you some flexibility of when you want to claim things, like the clan boss keys as well. These are great, you know, if your clan is progressing on a certain clan boss, or if you're working on your missions. I know there's a lot of missions that actually require you to do a lot of damage to clan bosses. If you don't want to spend gems on clan boss keys to do those missions, the battle pass system is a great way to get that done. Now you can just go through the levels that you've already gotten and use your clan boss keys to help clear out some of those missions. So these have really been the important things to keep in mind about the battle pass. Like I said, there could still be some changes. We are not 100% sure, but most things are probably going to be similar, at least the way that they kind of have the battle pass laid out. I'm really looking forward to the new rewards, the new champions, and hopefully they add some crazy stuff like sacred shards. But you know, this has just been a general guide of things you're absolutely going to want to know for when Season 2 comes out. So with that being said, that is going to be it for the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video and you want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to help out, tossing a quick like means a whole bunch, so thank you to all of you guys to do that. And more Raid Shadow Legends videos should be popping up on the screen right about now. Feel free to check them out, but if not, until next time, have a great day everyone, and this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.